In this episode, we're going to show you how to quickly set up a Ruby environment using RVM on Ubuntu Server 12.04. One of the first things we'll need to install is a package called BuildEssential using the built-in package manager called Aptitude. To install the package, we're going to need to run a command. The command is sudo apt get install build-essential. Let's break this command down just a little bit. First off is sudo. Sudo is a command that allows us to run as the super user or the administrator for this particular computer. The next piece is apt-get. What this does is it runs the Aptitude package manager. The next two pieces, install and BuildEssential, basically tells Aptitude to install the following package, which is BuildEssential. Once we hit enter, we may or may not be prompted for our password. Likely you will be. If prompted for your password, what this is doing is it's authenticating that your particular user account has rights to run as the super user. Let's run the command. You'll notice it's going to ask us if we want to install all these packages. Again, BuildEssential is a package that contains many different components. The one that we're interested in, again, is the G++ compiler, which you'll see somewhere on the screen. It's going to tell us it's going to install an additional amount of space on our disk. Do we want to continue? In this case, we're going to say yes. It's going to take a little bit of time to complete, so let's just skip ahead. And we're done. The next thing we can do is install RVM. Installing RVM is very easy. Just go over to rvm.io in your browser, scroll down to where it says install RVM, and copy and paste the script that's there for you. So copy, we'll go back to our terminal, and paste it in. Hit enter. This particular command didn't install Ruby right away. We'll do that in just a second. First off, let's explain what RVM is. RVM stands for Ruby Version Manager. This will allow you to install different versions of Ruby, different interpreters, and different versions of gem sets that allow you to create different development environments to produce your software. You can easily name these sets and switch between them as you need to. Your screen may look like mine, and at the end of the RVM installation, you may have this warning in front of you. What this warning is telling you is that you need to reload your profile for your terminal. What this does is that it loads a whole bunch of different environment variables and settings in order for you to run terminal commands. What I'll do next is I'm going to clear the screen and run a different command. I want to type source ~bash_profile, and this will reload all my environment variables and settings that I need. Next, to install Ruby is very easy. All I have to do is type rvm install and the version of Ruby I want to install. In this case, I want to install 2.0, so I'm going to type in 2.0. Next, it's going to take a little while, but RVM is going to run through all the requirements in order to install Ruby. Let's skip ahead. Now that the installation is finished, we're going to validate that Ruby actually installed. We're going to do this by running the actual Ruby command and asking it what version it is. So here we go. Type in Ruby --version and hit enter. It should return Ruby with the version that we just installed. In our case, 2.0.0 P247. Another way to validate that we have Ruby running is to actually run the interactive Ruby shell, or IRB for short. We can start IRB by typing in IRB and hit enter. What this will do is create the new interactive Ruby shell. What the shell will allow us to do is write arbitrary Ruby code inside a closed environment. We do such things as create variables or methods or functions and give them values. And that's it for this tutorial. In future tutorials, we're going to take a deeper dive into RVM, start writing our first lines of Ruby code, setting up development environments using virtual machines on VirtualBox and Vagrant, as well as writing our first Rails app together. That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this episode.